Good evening, you two. Welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am Paisano. Tonight, as promised, we talk about the Doors and their greatest hits, so to speak. This was released in 1980, a good 9 years after the passing of Jim Morrison, and about 8 years after the demise of the Doors. Collectively, they tried to carry on briefly without Jim Morrison, but found that to be pretty impossible to do successfully. Anyways, this album did serve a very useful purpose, and the fact that it introduced a whole new audience to the Doors, as did the 1979 movie Apocalypse Now, featured the Doors song The End, which is not featured on this greatest hits, although it should be. From what I understand from our friend Wikipedia, it was included, an edited version, was included on the 1996 reissue on CD. There were additional CD tracks. These songs are great, but they are just seriously overplayed on FM radio, classic rock stations, at least here in the United States. I don't know how it is overseas, if anybody that's watching from outside of the United States, if you could tell me if you hear these songs, or these songs are as played as much. These songs come on the radio, and I change them. I've just heard them too much in my life. There's no denying their greatness, but if I'm going to listen to the Doors, I have alternative recordings that I listen to. Yeah, The End was a glaring omission off of this. I get it. They had a couple of long compositions on here, L.A. Woman and Riders on the Storm. They probably decided to go with those instead of, rather than leave those two off and put The End on. But I think The End is pretty much the definitive Doors song for me. It encompasses everything Doors, everything the Doors have to offer. Such an atmospheric song. Just screams atmosphere. Let's go over the track listing. Hello, I Love You, Light My Fire, People Are Strange, Love Me Two Times, and Riders on the Storm. Side 2, Break On Through, Roadhouse Blues, Not to Touch the Earth, Touch Me, and L.A. Woman. And the Doors, Jim Morrison, Bobby Krieger. It hasn't listed as Robbie Krieger. That's Bobby Krieger, my mistake. John Densmore on drums, and Ray Manzarek on keyboards. Collectively, they were arguably, I go back and forth between them and Aerosmith as the greatest American rock and roll bands. And the Doors had a much shorter career than Aerosmith, that's for sure, and accomplished so much and left such a legacy in their wake. There's only one Doors. I'm sorry, that just cannot be duplicated. What these four guys did, they were just fantastic together. Fantastic. One of a kind. One of a kind. There's a picture of Jim on the front there. Picture of the band as they were. There's no real liner notes, but the inner sleeve features all the studio recordings and some other recordings made after the demise of the group. All these were huge. The Doors were recognized as pretty damn good right off the bat. Let's take a look at the Vinyl's Classic Red Electra. There we go. Yep. All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Let's talk about subscriptions, everybody's favorite topic. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Paisano talks about rock and roll here. And if you've been watching for some time and not yet subscribed, please do. Please do. I love subscriptions, and I love comments. How come I can't get this back in there? Yikes. Hard work I do. Wow, I'm just a mess here, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there, you goof. I'm going to end up destroying the thing. Getting it back in there. Nothing's easy in this world, folks. Nothing. I want to invite you guys back to the channel on Sunday night. I will be drawing next week's album. Next weekend, I'll be grabbing the old Pittsburgh Pirates hat, running my fingers through the little pieces of paper in there, and pulling out something else for my record collection. And we're going to talk about it. All right, until then, YouTube, thank you and good night.